Hey family, it's your girl Wordplay Queen, and I'm coming to you all today with a message about transparency. A message about just basically staying aware and being able to acknowledge the things happening in your life. And I don't just mean the things that are happening to you, I mean the things that are happening through you. So, I'm going to keep it real because I feel like a lot of people on the internet don't keep it real. I feel like a lot of people cover themselves in filters and fake stories, and they act like, it's easy to grow, or they act like it's easy to change, or they act like, eating better or having spiritual development is something that is easy. And I'm be the first to tell you, I will be the first to tell you that it's not that simple. Even as I teach, I can say that it's not that simple. And I like to use the example of a psychologist because although they sit all day, and help people with their problems, they advise people on the correct thing to do. They've become knowledgeable on the correct kind of exercises. They have great listening skills. So yeah, they can fix people's problems, but I guarantee you in their own personal life, they have problems that they're dealing with. Deep problems and things that they probably still have to heal from, but that doesn't mean that they can't help someone else. And a lot of the times that's the position that I find myself in. I don't want to stay in a position like that. That's just the reality check that you give yourself. You pay attention to what's going on and just acknowledge the patterns, or you acknowledge the different situations that tend to repeat themselves. And it's important because I do this for myself, so I really feel like it's important for other people to, when you're evaluating your life and you're evaluating your life circumstances and you're evaluating just different things as far as your progress and you reaching and achieving your dreams, it's important that you acknowledge your part in the position that you're at in your life right now. You cannot get real caught up. I see a lot of people get caught up. Sometimes I can even get caught up, playing victim as if, maybe people owe you something, or, because of the way your life was, all the trauma that you went through, that you're more deserving of something. And I'm just here to tell you, as someone who experiences those same feelings, that no one owes you anything. The universe owes you nothing but what you put out into it. So you cannot really ask for something more than what you give, So I'm saying all this to say, basically, I'm not perfect. And whenever you watch my videos and you watch my page, I don't want you to ever view me as one of these Instagram people or one of these YouTube people who project and portray their lives to be impeccable or perfection. It's not true. It's not true. The same way that you're learning and you're growing is the same way that I'm learning and growing. Of course, there are levels to different things like wisdom and intellect and experience, spiritual growth, health, all of those different things, wellness. But it doesn't matter what level you're on if your main goal is progression. So my main goal is to progress. I want to be constantly evolving. I want to be always studious. I want to be always aware of the decisions that I'm making personally that place me in the predicaments that I am currently in or will be in the future. I am making sure that I am holding myself accountable. And that is so important in growth. Sometimes I'm not the most sensitive person. I can have a hard time understanding why people may feel a whole bunch of emotions about certain things. And I may feel like, I don't know how to relate to them. But that just brings us back to empathy, right? We have to be empathetic, and we have to always be placing ourselves in our fellow human shoes. And we always have to be understanding that the trauma that we face is not greater than our brother or sister's trauma. Everybody's trauma and pain is justified. Not justified, but everybody's trauma and pain is valid. It's valid. It's valid for them. So everybody's growth processes will be different. It's not good to be judgmental, but it's also not good to be forceful when people don't understand you. because no one can understand you better than you. So if someone was to look at me and instantly think, oh, she must think she knows it all, or she must think she's uptight, or she's uppity, or whatever the case may be that they may think, I can't hold on to those ideologies because they don't know me. I don't take offense to it. When you look at my page, please don't think that I'm perfect, because that's not how it is. No one is. When you look at any of these people and you see them living their lives and all they project to you is happiness, that's a good idea to want to affirm in your life. That is why I spread positivity. But the reality is we all experience days where it's not the best sunshine, or we always experience, or we all experience days where we're not happy the whole day, or we feel sad, or we may cry, or we have an anxiety attack, or somebody isn't nice to us, or we aren't nice to somebody else. Like, it's a process. And don't let somebody make you feel bad for where you are in your progress, okay? Because as long as you're progressing, there's nothing to feel bad about. You won't always get along with everybody because of the type of growth that you're on. You won't always be able to be friends or be in a relationship while you're on your growth in the spiritual development. And that may just be something that you have to accept. There are a lot of different things that are going to start peeling away. It's like an onion. There are so many layers to each one of us at an individual level. We have to make sure that we are just being aware of what we're doing as far as our actions and our words, and how it correlates with getting us to the future that we desire. Sometimes I can get caught up in negative thinking, so I have to bring myself back to doing breath work and meditating. Sometimes I can get caught up arguing with somebody, and I don't like to argue. Arguing is not conducive to growth. It's not conducive to, remaining respectful to the person that you are speaking to. So I may just walk away. However you need to handle a situation to make sure that you are doing whatever you need to maintain your peace and happiness, that's okay. That's okay to do that. Don't ever feel bad for doing what's necessary for your growth. That's the main thing I want you to take away from this video. Don't ever feel bad for doing what you need to maintain your growth. Okay? And this has been a word with the Wordplay Queen. I just want to encourage you all to maintain diligent, to maintain confident in yourself, because everything that you desire, you will achieve. Sometimes I know you can feel like it's not going to happen, or you're working so hard, why hasn't anything manifested? But you got to push those ideas out. You got to take a moment and you got to meditate. You got to come outside and you got to feel the sun. It's a little cloudy out here today and the sun is doing whatever it wants to, but when it comes out, it's good to just, bask in it for a second and be at peace, because there are people who are going to try to come into your life and steal your peace. They're going to be thieves, they're going to be robbers, and they're going to be disguised in sheep's clothing. And not only will they be disguised in sheep's clothing, sometimes they won't even know that they're wolves. So you just have to be mindful of the situations and the people that you bring into your life, but also the words and the actions that you give out into the universe. Everything, all of that comes together to give you the type of reality that you face every single day, and to give you the type of future that you want to have. So just be mindful, and I got faith that you all will do everything that's necessary to get you to the point that you want to be at. And I also have faith that you're not comparing yourself to anybody on social media, that you're not looking at something and lusting for it, that you're not being envious and jealous, because honestly, ain't nobody perfect. And trust me, behind all those smiling faces, it's a lot of trauma and healing and work still needing to be done. Still needing to be done. We're never going to stop growing. It's a process that we have until the day we die. So if you ever see anyone who looks like they have it all figured out, they probably don't. So just be encouraged. Remain positive. I'm sending you love and so much light. Peace.